In the adjustment to playing without the ball a little bit more, with the ball in Giannis's hands. Here's Lopez, got it.
Opposite, Brook Lopez was spotting up from about 25 feet.
Here's Vassell, knocks down the long jump shot. Devin place of Jeremy Sohan. So we see Wembanyama, Jay, able to roam defensively as Lopez connects from deep. Got to Wembanyama, nice show and go. Raises up on Giannis. Oh, the circus is in Milwaukee tonight. We are seeing a little bit of it. Scored the last 6 for the Bucks. Torian Prince knocks down the 3.
He is such a good corner shooter. That was
floor, guys. He said whether it's playing chess or even if you wanted to play him at ping pong, if you beat him at anything. For example, Harrison said if you would have beat him at ping pong.
Here he is on the roll against Prince. Inside, knocks it home off glass. Harrison Barnes scores buckets, Jay, and takes on tough defensive foul and ended up getting the perfect carom to Lopez for the bucket.
Might ask for the assist.
Yes. 17-15, Spurs with the lead. I like the fact.
Well, it makes it more difficult for Paul, but it also takes time off the clock. That's less time you have to guard in the front court, and it just makes your defense better.
Charles
that often.
A lethal mid-range and a long-range shooter as Champagnie counters at the other end.
When Champagnie so much time, still shooting over 40% from 3.
A.J. Green knocking down shots of late as well. Well, here's Giannis leading the break.
And Giannis saw him the whole way.
Found him too, and found the right result. Green with a green light.
He saw him the whole way.
Johnson is down to about 8% body fat after hiring a chef, but it's Giannis that's eating right now. With a minutes restriction right around 22, 23 minutes. Giannis gonna walk down Champagnie and say it with his chest.
When you get to one spot, he's got to get the ball in the post there. He's been much more decisive to just turn and shoot over.
Champagnie has it stuck on automatic here early. Knocks down San Antonio Spurs. In lieu of Coach Greg Popovich, who's still out, Champagnie knocks down another 3-point. Well, they might have him on the Kawhi Leonard program here. And we know how that worked out. Dame lacerating the lane, getting the bucket. That's just on the bench. Dame usually taking the opportunity to get going. Lopez on the pick and pop.
And doing it in transition
right now. 7 of 16. Johnson spins on Lopez. Classy move inside by Keldon Johnson. Brook Lopez, a guy that's often overlooked when you stare down the roster. Lillard draws a lot of attention. That's why knocking down a... We haven't seen many of those mid-range jumpers that he's gotten so much better at this year. Lopez in traffic and one. Lopez, and they've got numbers 4 on 3. Green with an easy lane.
A.J. Green, he doesn't get many twos. 2 unbelievable plays down the stretch.
And there's the mid-range, Jay, that we've been alluding to, and the improvement, the precipitous rise in a fit by Giannis. Antetokounmpo in transition finds Dame. Dollar.
Giannis.
Back to Green. Pulls it. An audacious 3 by A.J. Green.
Get out to a big lead.
They've really responded. Vassell responds with a 3 of his own as we approach 1 minute to go. Nathan Jr. instead. Now Giannis on the block against HB. Harrison Barnes had no chance on that, Jay. It does in today's NBA. Castle at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half of play as the Milwaukee Bucks finish with a torrent of 3-point.
What a great play by Andre Jackson Jr.
Giannis with the reverse slam.
Giannis very intelligently waiting for...
There's Lillard. Step back 3 over Vassell. It's pure. Dame Lillard up to 13 on the night. Shooting sessions with Phil Beckner, his personal trainer. Wembanyama from deep laces that 3 ball. We had a feeling we might,
guys.
All right, George, that time CP3 knocking down the long ball. That's the dilemma, though, for a lot of teams that play Milwaukee because, Jay, as we've talked about.
I mean, if you've got a non-shooter on the floor, you don't have to guard that guy. You got to guard just about everybody. with the lineups that Doc Rivers can put on the floor.
Prince on Chris Paul. Pick and pop with Harrison Barnes. And HB on his HBO, which means help a brother out. He's here.
And Chris Paul has always been a lead in ball screen offense.
Straight line drive and one. Inside, good pass by CP3.
Well, there's just a double drag up top, roll space.
And San Antonio can get this into single digits. Nice in and out dribble by CP3, who connects on the three. Time
to an open shooter at the three-point line.
Boy, Dame gets the separation that counts. Knocks down the midi. Make it a 10 PA.
He would rather be a Seminole than a Blue Hose.
The Blue Hose. I knew their nickname.
The Blue Hose. Those are some of the layups he hasn't been finishing the last 4 or 5 games that are unusual.
And Keldon Johnson finished that layup, Jay, for the Kumpo. Working against Trey Jones. Sprays it to the corner. Middleton. And that's the end of 3 periods. Milwaukee leading by 13. Missed twice, and that's what he does around the rim defensively.
He forces you to rush it. You know, those were 2 rush shots by
numbers. Trent Jr. steps back for 3, knocks it down home.
What a great play by Gary Trent Jr. from Toronto. He got traded on the exact same day his dad did 23 years later. The exact same date. The 2 teams.
Here's Johnson. That falls, and Keldon Johnson brings them back. Roll on the kick out. Inside. And a nice reverse layup.
Yeah, a great cut off the penetration.
Dame weaving out to Trent Jr. Got hot hand. He's got enough to feed the needy tonight. Downtown. And the 3 ball continues to fall for Milwaukee. Johnson with an answer at the other end.
And Lopez just needed to have his hand.
Chris Paul trying to turn the corner. Green, a very good defender, but couldn't stop Chris Paul on that occasion in the next couple of games. Meanwhile, San Antonio will fly to Los Angeles.
Missed a layup.
Take him out, Doc. On the pick and pop, Johnson drives it on Lopez. Great use of the left. Giannis off the elbow. There's that one-legged step back that's becoming very routine and very repeatable and very Mako champ. Green off the curl. And a rare miss for him. Johnson with another rebound for the Spurs. Will earn its 19th win of the season against 16 losses. Green pulls again and missed everything. That might have been partially blocked.
J.J. Redick had to move his family out of that area. Was texting back and forth with him, just offering all our best wishes. And
Wesley back out to Mamu for 3. Here's Beauchamp.
Or Ryan Rollins and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Rollins from Toledo. He's a good player. He's on a 2-way contract, hoping to get guaranteed. But he offers a ton of athleticism and length, and he's a really good defender.
Yeah, he's had some moments of brilliance, Jay, in the G League with the Herd.
And Jonesy, I was so sorry when Sandro Mamukelashvili left Seton Hall. So it took me a long time to be able to say Mamukelashvili.
Did you have to give those fouls? It's been pretty much all Milwaukee from the opening tip. Mamu and 1 on the block. And that'll pretty much do it. Milwaukee Bucks improved to 19-16, 12-7 at home. Mamu with another late bucket. And that'll do it. The final score 121-105. Giannis leading the way with 25 points, 16 rebounds,